Hello, it's JD from Eden's Refuge, lead designer, owner over here, and just looking at a property that the township of Prescott has listed as surplus land. So I'm just going to pull it up on the screen. They have also declared an emergency around food security. So they've got this food security issue, they've got the surplus land, we're looking at melding them together. There's also a housing crisis, so one of my design options includes housing for it. So this land here used to be a ball diamond, and what happened was they've added a new outdoor space across the tracks, the other side of town there, and they're decommissioning this one. They want to declare it as surplus land. So I came up with 3 design options. The first one, super simple, is we stuck a few rows of trees on here and trees and bushes to create a full ecosystem. Oops. I'm going to take a look at the perspective view here, where when you come in, it's just rows of trees. This one, I think it was 70,000 pounds of food or something. I have to take a look and see. And just creates this nice little ecosystem. It is reasonably centrally located in town and a great place to grow lots of food. Designed with enough space that ideally the trees would be mulched, whether it is, in this case it's big enough you could use a really heavy plastic mulch that's going to last 50 years to reduce the town's maintenance, to make it more appealing for them. Or wood chip mulch does require a bit of labor each year to reapply it, but then you're just left with some pathways to mow. So substantially less mowing than they're doing currently. Still some maintenance. There'll be some pruning in the winter and a little bit of seasonal maintenance, but will be designed that once it's established, it'll be in pretty good shape. If they want to reduce their maintenance further, an irrigation system would really be a big benefit. And then took a look at a slightly more involved design. This one is, let's go back to the top view here. Actually, no, we'll keep on this perspective one. So this one here, we've got some wandering paths. Never mind, I will go to the other one. Top view, set to rendered. There we go. So in this case, we've got entry path coming in here, and this is a big enough path for vehicles to get through all the way to what is a little playground here. And then fruit trees around, doing edible landscaping. This is actually going to produce a very similar amount, maybe even a little bit more food than the other design, because we're not leaving the big mowing spaces in between. If we take a look at the perspective view on that one, the paths are a little bit weird. This is just a quick design, so they're not all at the right height, and some of them are hiding below ground a bit. But we've got a playground in here. We've got ideally some benches and some lighting and such. But these nice wandering paths, kids can play and run, and there'll be lots and lots of food produced. But I know that the town wants housing. So I was trying to figure out what the best way was for incorporating housing into this. Let's switch back to the top here, and in this case, I looked at how dense the houses are here. Let's do row houses. We'll do row houses catered towards whether it's seniors or anyone else who doesn't really want to do a lot of lawn maintenance, which means that they can have a lot smaller lawn. They don't need, look at all this extra space over here. So what we did was, so it might take a moment to load. There we go. We've added row houses on 3 sides. We've got a road going around with sidewalks on each side, and these row houses are based off of a plan available online. They are alternating 2 and 3 bedroom units, and there are 30 units here. So that is 30. So now about 100 or so people will be able to live in this space. And then designed a park in here with a few main things in mind. So one was I wanted to make sure that if somebody lives over here and they're wanting to get out here, there's a reasonable path that goes across. Same thing from this way, it goes across. You can get across anywhere pretty easily. We could stick a little connecting paths elsewhere in here and have it that you can get from any side to any side really easily. So I wanted to make that nice and accessible. I wanted to keep it flowy trails, fairly natural feeling, because that is better in general for people's mental health when they can feel like they're in a natural space. So let's switch into that perspective view a little bit here. Now with this mock-up, I spent a little bit more time on this one, but not enough time that I put windows or doors on the houses. So in this case, they come in, and there would be lots of additional bushes and flowers, perennial things in here, all designed as an ecosystem. All these green trees in here are all ones that are doing our nitrogen fixing. They're fertilizing the plants on either side. So you'll see this one is fertilizing this tree and this tree. This one's this one and this one. And in general, every tree is getting fertilized by another plant nearby. We've created an ecosystem. Ideally, there are a bunch of bird houses in here. And add a few benches in, and this makes for a lovely little park surrounded by houses, fairly high density for the actual living space, but then having this nice open space. This one would grow up to 30,000 pounds of food a year. So in this case, it's about 1,000 pounds of food per household. And if you've got a few people per household, that's enough to meet the fruit needs, fruits and herbs, for these houses for the entire year. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be dedicated to these people who are living here. It could be something that goes and supports the food bank and does a lot of really great work there. But that general idea of being able to produce food while meeting this housing need, I think this one's a really good balance for that. The second plan is my favorite one that doesn't incorporate housing. And then in between the two could be having row housing over here, this one row here of 10 units. So that's a mixture of 2 and 3 bedrooms. So you've got 25-ish bedrooms along here. But then we don't have to have all this road space, so this could all be growing space. We can give them a little bit more of a backyard or a little bit more. We still left a fair bit of a front yard on these ones. The other sides didn't get as much, but this one gets a bit of a front yard. And that's another option with just this one unit. These two aren't here, and the town isn't maintaining these roads, and there's enough room for a lot more food production. Probably up to 60,000-ish pounds of food per year. So these are 3 options for what, as of right now, is an old, unused baseball diamond. And there's some more parkland over here, so there's still open space for kids to run. There's still space for people to take their dogs. But with any one of these plans, we've got this really great opportunity for food production. So again, I'm JD. This is not something that the town has asked me for. This is just an idea that I've come up with myself. I'm going to send it their way just in case it's something that they're interested in, and in making this land that they've declared a surplus land into a solution for their food security. But there are a few other properties in town that I'm going to take a look at, and then I'll take a look at some other towns. Thanks for hanging out with me.